We gather here as friends, family, colleagues, comrades, fellow workers of Comrade Frene Ginwala to celebrate and to pay tribute to her profound contribution to the cause of freedom, peace and progress, not only in our country but across our continent as well. We remember a life that was as rich in experience as it was rich in meaning. Comrade Frene Ginwala played many parts, and many of those have been so eloquently explained here this morning. She was a journalist, a lawyer, an author, a researcher, an academic, and a parliamentarian. But she was also an activist, a feminist, a Pan-Africanist, and also an internationalist. Yet no roll call of her many achievements can adequately describe the person that she was, nor the impact that she has made in the course of her entire life. Comrade Frene will be remembered as a pioneer of women's rights, as we have heard all morning today, at a time when scant attention was given to the many ways in which women were oppressed and exploited. Comrade Frene fought for the struggles of women to be recognized. In a political environment in which the dominance of men didn't even invite comment, Comrade Frene Ginwala was one of the few voices that was always consistent and insistent that women should occupy their rightful position in the struggle. In this, she can be counted as part of a proud lineage of courageous women that have fought for the freedom of all in this country, and women, black and white, who have led this struggle. We will remember Comrade Frene as a pioneer in building our democracy from the ruins of apartheid. And it is quite informative to hear our current speaker saying, and quoting Comrade Frene as saying that when she got into office as a speaker, she found nothing. There was nothing that could guide her in putting a new parliament together, because you could not take a leaf from the system of apartheid to build the future democratic parliament. As part of the ANC's negotiating team, she brought all her legal training, her sharp and incisive mind, and her political conviction to the task of forging a new constitutional order in our country. Yet it was in her role as the first speaker of a democratically elected National Assembly that Comrade Frene had the greatest and the most enduring impact on our young democracy. Over the course of a decade in that position, she forged a new institution that reflected the great diversity, the struggles, the aspirations, the culture, and the practices of the people of South Africa. With her warm and deliberate determination, she forged an institution that stands at the center of our democracy. Frene Ginwala lived, fought, and strived as we all should, selflessly, honestly, courageously, driven by a deep and abiding love of humanity and, more importantly, the people of South Africa. She stood for a South Africa that was united in its diversity. She stood firm against the abuse of power and corruption. She stood firm against racism, sexism, and all forms of intolerance and prejudice. She stood for human rights for all, and indeed for the rule of law. To defend the aspirations of our Constitution is to honor the memory of Frene Ginwala. To lead lives of integrity, whether as citizens or leaders, is to uphold her legacy. Good thoughts, good words, and good deeds.